I was born in Perth and always liked science from a young age. My parents bought me a chemistry set when I was 10, which I was really excited about. I was an A student. I did chemistry and physics. Once I finished high school, it was in the news that the first female fighter pilots were being accepted by the Air Force. My dad encouraged me, and one day after a modelling job, I went down to the recruitment office and said, I'd like to sign up. I'd like to become a fighter pilot. And they just looked at me and they said, and what are you doing now? And I said, well, I'm doing some modelling. They just started laughing at me and I felt really humiliated, so I left. I moved to Japan because I was interested in the culture and the language and the food. I worked there for 6 years, teaching the Berlitz method of English. My sister came to visit me for her working holidays. So she took a job temporarily as a hostess and unfortunately came across the path of a predator, sexual predator, and he killed her. That was a devastating time of my life and for my parents. Eventually I left Japan and moved to the US. I got married and became a flight attendant. I met my second husband when I was living in New York. He had a rocketry hobby and my interest in science came back. I certified in New York. We came back to Perth eventually and I found a rocket club here. I certified level 2 and level 3 with that club. That was the catalyst. I thought, I can do this. I would like to go back and do a science degree. I always liked ECU. I liked the campus, I liked the staff, and I felt right at home, and I haven't wanted to leave. What I'm doing is part of a very large project called the Blue Carbon Initiative, which is global, and my role is to characterise carbon compounds in the sediment cores. I would love young girls to be interested in science, as I was. I was naturally interested. I've spoken to a large group of girl guides about rocketeering in particular, and they were so interested. They asked me the most amazing questions. My contribution to giving back to the planet is to help unravel this mystery of the amount of carbon sequestered, because at the moment it's just a guesstimate, and how much is released and contributing to climate change, and hopefully help us as humans to reduce our impact on the planet and preserve it for our children and the children of their children to come.